Hi everyone, it's Kay here. I just turned on my light before I just realised I didn't turn it back up again. Sorry. It's Kay here, and today I thought I would show you how I made this little file folder. File folder, yes, just stop. I made this when I was on holiday, so what I basically did was just a video of the flip through when I finished it. So I thought I'd go with you with you today to show you how to make one if you're interested in making one. So it's got a band closure with a beautiful little doily from Uniquely Creative. This is a new Uniquely Creative collection, but I'm not going to use that one today. Do a different one today. So it's sort of got a little frame here with a picture there from the books I had, a little flip thing there with some tags in there, German cards in there, the pocket that I made there, and a little bit of a notepad there, and made some little triangular pockets, double pockets there, so it's got some little embellishments in there. I used this collection called A Very Vintage Christmas, but I also used second-hand books I picked up when I was on holiday. So I basically used what I had to hand. And I'm just gonna slip that off so it's level. Okay, and the back is just from there. So we're going to make that today, hopefully. Just need to have it there as a template. So we're going to use this paper from Botanic Market called Botanical Natural History, and it's a beautiful collection. I'll just quickly show it to you. There's that page, there's that one, there's that one, the back. It's beautiful. I just love it. I just had to buy it when I saw it. It's just gorgeous. Oops, just really gorgeous. Look, it takes after a lot of the digitals you see on Etsy, but I just love the colours on this one. So I bought it particularly just to make a journal with. Of course, Kay. And then there's other things I've cut out as well, which we might come across later. So I'm going to be thinking outside the box here. I'm going to turn this page on the side and to use this picture here. And the measurements are, what I say, 9 inches across. So 9 inches is 9 inches is there. I don't want it that way around. 9 inches there. No, I can't both lie that way. And 5 1/8 down. Oh, I can't see that mark now. Let's do it again. 9 and 5 and what I say, 5 1/8, which is a horrible measurement because I'm never too sure what 1/8 is. Was it 5? Yes. Was it 1/8? It was half of 5 1/4. That's 1/8. Okay. There. Okay. Hopefully we've got this right. Let's measure it up against there. Hopefully I've got this right. And the measurement's down there somewhere, so we could just do the sensible thing here and use your trimmer cable. Let's do the trimmer. And I know by using this on the side, the butterfly's not going to be facing the right way, but artistic license and all of that. Okay, there. And the measurements here's about there. Not quite. Nearly enough, that's close enough. So we have that there, and then the panels are 3 1/2 each. So we're going to measure That can't be 3.5 each because that doesn't make 9, does it? Did I do something wrong? I think I did. What did I do wrong? That's 3, that's why. Measuring all wrong, K. So 3 there and 3 there. So we're going to do the whole, use a ruler to fold it up. Just make sure it's nice and straight. I'm using the lines on my mat to help me. And there's the other one. Should be here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, measured it on the mat. Oh, I've lost the marking. Oh, no, there it is. It's on the leaf. This makes it hard to see. Okay. It should be the other way around, really, but I always do this wrong. I always do it on the hard side, but I can't see because of all the figures. Well, there. It's because I want you to see the pictures. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. It would be a lot easier if I measured on this side, wouldn't it, really? You can see the marks a bit easier. It's just not thinking straight sometimes. Okay, so look at this one. Can't pick it up. And again, can't pick it up. Okay, that's better. Right, so got the oh, that works fine. I think that works fine. So the front would be like that, but it's obviously didn't do a good job of measuring because it's not straight. So let's do this one a little bit lower. Should have done it freehand to start off with, really, without measuring. And this one should go over the top like that. That's better. So there's my front, and there's the inside. That's really worked out quite well. So the front, my other one's got the, I put some text on the back. I just don't know whether I'm going to do that. I actually might just leave it plain, or I could, because it's just got a faint images here that you can just see. So I think that would be, if I put anything else on there, I think it would sort of detract from it. I did put, like I said, I did put a page on that, but I think I'm just going to leave that one plain. I'm going to find a frame. This is from Minto. These frames are from their frame book. Find one sort of, that one's a bit too 180, I think it's a bit too big. Some of them are going to be too big, Kate, too big. I like that. I like that one sort of. That's too big too. I wanted a long one. I think I've used up all the long ones. Oh, dropped one on the floor, a little tiny one. Let's have a look. Could use that as, or I could just trim that one right down and use the white one because it's bigger. We could ink it around this side to make it look, let's have a look what colours are. There's green and yellow. Do I want a brown one or just leave it white, do you think? It's not going to fit. You're going to have to trim it. Which is a shame. I don't want to trim it because it's so pretty. Could just use a small one. Sorry, all this faffing about. It's important to get the right one. Is that any bigger, really? Yeah, let's do that one. I said a lot of them I've used already, so I like that one. I really do like that one, but it's too big. I like it because it's plain. I like plain. Let's do this one. Stick to what you know. So I'm going to first cut the middle bit out. So what's happening with you? Are you all okay? You doing well? I haven't said thank you very much recently for all those wonderful people who are supporting me. I'm just so grateful for people subscribing and liking and making comments. It's just, and the comments being made are really, just really lovely. I might actually use the back of this. This is a book page from a can't even think. Words gone right out of my head. From a book page. That's it. From her book. That's what I was going to say. Sorry. So I was going to put some glue around the edges of that. I think I put too much glue on the middle of that one, so I have to rub some of that out. So it's not quite so in there. Just want it around the edge, not quite so far in the middle. I interrupted my thank you. I'm just so really so touched by people's comments and some really lovely people out in the crafting world, and I live in Australia and lots of Australian crafters are really supporting each other, which is really great. Not that we don't support around other countries as well, but just that I particularly noticed that for Australians now. Excuse me, I had some things cut on the floor. So these were cut previously from the collection. That's what happens when I get the collection. I get it and then I cut the things out that I want to use. Because there's some really great things. Look at this. I love the side of that. And there's just some different elements. I thought that maybe I could use one of these, like as a like in the frame, because that sort of pulls out, and that's what I wanted to do. But of course, what have you done? You've just not thought about it, Kay, and done it without thinking. So you need to pull that up again, don't you? Of course you do. I think that butterfly's going to be too big. What else is there? There's a small butterfly there. Perhaps I could use that. Or a flower. But if I use the flower, it's going to be, oh, I don't know. Sort of works if I do it on a sort of tag like that. Oh, I like that. But that tag needs to be on something else again, so that's not. Need something else. What shall I use? Shall I use that I got that from, or another piece of the cardstock? Just need something a little bit more. So we're going to cut this bit here from cardstock. I don't know why I call cardstock and paper. I don't know why I call paper either, because it's so thick. Make sure I've got my frame as a guide. Just sort of making sure I've got everything together here, not everywhere. That's going to be too thick. Just needs to be something that goes in there very thinly, so it just needs to be a bit of a rough guide here. It's got to be narrower than this. Well, no, it's narrower than, it's got to be about there. So I'm just putting the frame on the edge, like so. And it's going to be higher than the thing, which would be good. We want it higher than the thing. About up here, perhaps, like that. And I want it sort of about there. Do I trust myself or use my trimmer? My little guillotine. Let's use my guillotine, just so I don't make it all wonky. Okay, put that to one side. So that can go there, 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 and there. And that'll be my tag to go on there. And that's just to sort of give it a bit of colour around it, really. Alright, let's see how we do that. So, if you live in New South Wales or Victoria, I just feel so sorry for you all. It's just been such a dreadful time, you know, with last year with the bushfires, and now this year with the flooding. It's just some places have been flooded four times. It's just, it would be so hard to keep picking yourself up and to keep going. It's just really hard, I think, to do that. Really hard. So those people who just keep picking themselves up and keep going, good on you. And you know, you hope you're going to get the support you will need. It's just okay. So that goes on there. You just need to foam mount that one. I've got some. Oh, of course. Now that I want them, they're not there. Oh, there they are. Oh, wrong one. Oh, dear me. Why is it that you think you're organised and then you're not? Oh, I don't know. Sorry. I just have to look in here for a minute. There they are. There's some more here as well. And there. So I want to put that up on the foam mat on the edge. And I bet you I'll have to trim this now after that. A lot of aircraft, stuff everywhere. Is that how you do? I mean, you can just, if you don't have foam mats, you could always just use cardboard. Sometimes I use cardboard. But I'm just using foam mats today. It's small frame. Got it. Okay. You leave the top bit free so that you've got a place for your pocket. I could have another way of doing this is just creating a little bit of a fold. I think that's how I did that. No, I didn't. I just laid that one flat, didn't I? What do you call them? I don't know. I can't think of the word. Why is it I can never think of the words? I can't think of it anyway. So like if you have something, a hinge, I could have created a hinge, that's the word I'm looking for. That's going to go like that, and that's going to go in there like that, hopefully. Perfect, just making into a little tag. I've got a card here somewhere to make my tags with. Okay, oops. Lovely, that's perfect. Just put a little hole in the top there and some string later. I think that needs to, it's not sticking down, so I need to put a little bit more glue there. It should just, no, it didn't, the glue didn't come out, or didn't, it's globuled at the end, that's why. Sorry, swiping up my plastic bag, rubbish bag that I've got here. I keep using, I just keep, I empty it, I fill it, empty it, and reuse it again and again and again. So, waste what not. That's perfect. And that can go on there, so I'm just going to stick that down. And I will put a string on the tag, and this is going to be too bulky. I know now because of the foam mount, so perhaps I should have just kept it as a hinge. Oh well, got that one, got that. And to make these ones, I had an envelope. That's what I had an envelope. So let's get an envelope. I think I trimmed an envelope down. This is not the same kind of envelope. I think the envelope I had was a second-hand one, but we'll just change it a little bit. So I had lots of second-hand envelopes here, and I didn't think to get it out, so I think I pinched that, definitely pinched that. See, let's going to put it there like that. I'm going to cut that off, or I could stick it down to make it in there to make it firm. And let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut it a little bit. And on the sides too. I was listening to Rachel this morning of Roxy's Creations, and she was trying to get everything organised because she said she was going to come home because she's from Australia but she lives in Italy, and I thought, yes, when we first came to Australia, well, actually not when we first came to Australia, for a very long time, for a very, very long time, I think we're still calling it, we call where we came from Wales, and we still call Wales home. Back home for ages, for years and years and years. And it's even though you might live in a country for a long time, like Rachel's obviously lived in Italy for a long time, and her husband's from there, and her husband's family are there from there, and it's interesting that we still call where we're born home. That's home. Just think that's really interesting. Just goes to show how much we think about our past and our life, our past lives. So that's obviously apart now, so I'm going to glue this side down. glue everywhere here. Just put that to one side for a minute. Glue here on the edge there. Must be a bit warm because my glue is running everywhere. I have to remember to just turn it off all the time. And we need to decorate that a little bit, don't we? Because it was a bit boring. I'm going to use some herb paper or a garden book or something like that. No, garden book wouldn't go. I think I'll just use the herb book over here. It's just, if I go across there, it means it's sideways, isn't it? I don't. Trouble is with using them, I just use the. Let's try and find another one that doesn't cover up that gorgeous pictures. That's perfect. These are spider orchids. So I think they'll be in keeping with this theme of the collection. Make sure there's plenty of glue on there because I don't want any corners coming up and things like that. We'll just use the spider. Should I just use the text? No, let's use the spider. Okay. Even though it's not the same sort of thing as the collection. You're going to say, well, you can't see where you've done before. Okay, well, no, I know I can't. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a hinge, didn't I? Darn. I wanted to do a hinge, I forgot. So let's do a bit more paper. Create a hinge just by folding it like that. And one bit's going to go there, and the other bit's going to go on the other side of the. So we're just going to work out where this is. I'm just going to, sorry, you won't be able to see, but I can. I'm just going to cut down there where I can see. Yes, I know I should have measured it, but I didn't. So I'm sorry you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to cut in there. It's not cut all the way through. That's right. That worked well, I think. I might put a border or something around it with some washi tape. Okay, no, I'm hinging it. So we stick, well, with the hinge, you just stick one side down on the one thing you're hinging. Oh, I know what I'm not thinking. I'm not thinking straight. I'll do it this way because I've got to cover the side over as well now. It's got it on the edge. It's got to be on the edge, right on the edge. Sorry, you can't see. I'm trying to mush it over, smush it over, and then that goes. That hinge will go like that. So you'll be having a folder like that, so we just need to put that away. It's out the way, it's in the way there, and foam mats are in the way. So I'm just going to use a bit more book page, or I could use the green again, or I could use something from the collection. I could use this bit here that's left over, but it's not big enough. What am I using here? I'll just paper, card on the front. So what to use those as tags really. So I might use more of this book page. side off. It's all broken. Just need to have there like that. That side or upside down. I don't mind things being upside down, I really don't. So we're just going to do that. We're going to do one side and then the other side. So I'm covering up the hinge basically, so it doesn't look like it's not being hinged. Clever hiding. Yes, right. And this video is going to be way too long. Sorry. I could do what other people do, part 1, part 2. We could do that, couldn't we? Might do that in a minute. This bit at the top. I might do the green at the top. Just needs a bit more. That's too much now. Down. Doesn't matter. That's the basic. Most of it's covered anyway. Fix the rest of it up with a bit of washi tape maybe. You still with me? Trying very hard to sort of be mindful of the time, but just trouble sometimes when you make these things, it takes longer than you think, and I knew this was going to take me a while because it took me a while to make it the first time around. Bit of book page on that side, might need a bit more here. Going to use my bone folder just to crease it a bit more. And this is not going to bleach the edge, so I will have to use something on this side there. I've got some. Trouble is it's pink. Might work. It's got green, purple on it. It's got purple on the collection here. See the purple on there. It's got purple there, so that'll be fine. Just might do a bit of purple here on the edge of the envelope. And on the other side. And then just on the edges here, just to tidy it off. I bet it's not long enough. No, of course not, Kay. Anyway, I'm not going to, I'll do that later because I want to just finish this off and I'll tidy it up later and come back and show you the end. Let's put that there. Then I'll be able to use some of the things that are in the collection as, sorry, put that way over there, as little elements, little tags, little things to go in the pocket. So I'll work on that in a minute. Just got to stick that washi tape down. Sometimes washi tape doesn't stick very well. So there's that one, that's the middle bit. And like I said, it's got a something in the pockets there. And here I just did a little notepad. So I've got some second-hand note papers that I thought would go well, but the thing is, I think it's too big. I might have to do it Be ashamed to cut off the green, but I think I might have to. They're too long. So let's have a look. How many do I want? About 3 or 3. 3, because it's quite thick. 2, 3, 4 maybe. I thought it went with the same colours. I thought that went really well. So I'm going to take a brave step here and cut 4 at the same time, which I bet it doesn't work. Just leave a little bit of a border. Okay, that one there. And keep going. I've got to cut the bottom off. How much bottom off have I got to cut off? Let's have a look. About there. About there. I might use them as something else. I might cut these green strips as edging maybe. We'll see. So how I did it was I actually put a piece of paper around the top and stuck the top bit to the base. So I don't know if I want to do that with this one because of the, and then I stuck in the pages together. That's what I did. I know I did it. Okay, trouble is, let's do it this way. So we got the nice bit down the bottom so you can see it. Let's do this bit. Probably would be easy if I sewed it, but means I've got to get the sewing machine out. I don't have room to keep it up permanently, so take one of these and stick it over the top and at the back. To keep it together. Trim it, and where's my thing? Put it there. Oh, hopefully it'll fit. No, I need to trim it up a bit more. Down, 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 down. Got to cut off the green. Shame. That's better. It just fits in there, so put that there. And then the last bit would be to create some little pockets. So what shall I use for the pockets? Shall I use these for the pockets? Just like a, what do you call them? What do you call them, Kay? Tuck spots. But the trouble is, it's not very big, is it really? So let's have a look. What else can I use to create my tuck spot with? Or I could just use a piece of journaling, piece of paper. No. What's here? A bit loath to use all this stuff here. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? That's so funny, Kay. I'm going to use this. I think that'll be perfect. So I'm going to put the glue around the edges just here. And I'm probably doing this all back to front as well because I think I'm supposed to put the first one in. So I'm going to cut that off. just need another bit for this other one, just in there. How long do I need it? There. So that goes under there just quite nicely. So I'm going to put that there. Again, I'm just going to put glue on the edges here. Ooh. Okay, oops. Just needs a bit more. Oh, sorry. I'm wondering if, sorry, I just realised you probably can't hear me. I'm just so sorry. Apologise. Sometimes you get so caught up in what you're doing, you forget to speak up. Right, so I've got a few things here I can put there in the journaling spots there. Doing it lots, really. Use that even. Just turn it into a little something a little bit better. I'll turn that into something a little bit better, and then just that goes like that. That goes over there. That goes over there, and then you just need to make a little closure. You can do the same as what I did before with a band, or I could use a little tie. So, and because this is quite thick, I might have to think about how else I can trim that up. Anyway, I'm going to finish this off and I'll come back to you to show you at the end. Right? Okay, thank you. See you soon. Okay, thank you very much for coming back. And I've just finished off the last little bits. The measurements are here, 9 inches across for the whole thing. The panels are 3 inches across, and it's 5 1/8 inches down. I've done it in inches so that people can use that, because a lot of people like to use inches rather than centimetres. So I made a band out of the ruler that was in the collection from the paper pack, which I cut out. So I just wrapped it around and then stuck it down to where I thought it would work. So it just fits over there. Of course, why doesn't it do it when you're trying to do it on camera? Things never seem to work when you're doing it on camera. It does work. It does. You see, it just fits over like that. And there was a stamp that I cut out from the collection too, from the paper pack, sorry, and I stuck that on the front too. I'm a bit worried about this side here, whether it just needs a little bit of washi tape or something or other. I probably should have used a lower foam tape. So there's my little tag pocket, slide pocket there. And the next page is where I've made a little flip out thing using just a book page there. Something could be put there if you wanted to. Decoration, I might still do that. And a little folder inside. So there's I made little tag, I suppose you could call them tags. I suppose bookmarks maybe. And then out of the paper pad collection, I should say. And there's another one. And the collection is called 49er Market Botanical. It's just beautiful. Anyway, so I've done that and made a little paper pad out of some paper that I thought matched the collection. This is from the second-hand shop. This is come undone, of course. When you're join things come undone. I made a hinge using some text paper. Okay, and then I made a double pocket just for a little element from the collection, and I had this bit left over from when I cut this, and I made it into a little journaling card just by adding some of the leftover that was from here and some text book page and a butterfly from the paper pad as well. So it's just a little double pocket there. And it goes like that, and like, oops, no, it doesn't go like that, it's okay. It goes like that and like that. And then you put the band on top. And it's all done. I love making these. Maybe I should make more. They're time consuming, but they look, I think they're very effective. And that would add to any journal, or as I added it on the side of the journal so that people can use it as the way it is. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you like my little tutorial on my little file folder, and we'll see you again next time. Bye bye.